cold plunging is no more. Our mom's gonna step up and be like, I want to be that number one portal mom entering the 2026 season. Nicki Minaj is now conservative. Welcome back to Coda's Crib Podcast, the number 4.75 podcast in the world. Thank you for listening, for being here. As you can see, this is a second in history podcast, as I am solo without my co-hosts, the lovely Tyler Lowe. Just got back from a little New Year's in New York, so we'll have to quiz him on that, see if he was jumping on the ball as it went down, all that good stuff. But we're here by ourselves, but we have a agenda ahead of us, a rundown that is going to be epic as we wrap up the 2025 season, and now it's 2026. We're 3 days into it here, ready to go at it. So we're going to recap what was great out there, what's still bad, and what was okay. You're going to figure out today. We got a lot of good stuff ahead of us. First off, we're going to start off with the wrap-up of 2025 for me. I have a couple big things. First off, I was engaged October 26th, 2025. So engaged to the lovely, beautiful Sarah Beth, the best, the absolute greatest human being alive. So that's pretty big, is what they all tell me. Also, FSU beat Alabama. So a little shout out to the wall banner there. FSU, I think we also lost to NC State. So if you would have told me those two things before 2025 season, I would have told you lie. That's my big announcements. I went to the gym today, first Saturday of the new year. Saturdays typically at the gym are nobody's there. Today, everyone was there. As I was sitting there working out, I was just thinking, man, like pan to the first Saturday in July compared to now, first Saturday of January, everybody on their little New Year trends, New Year resolutions. What are we doing? That's all great. But July, we're going to see who the real hitters are, okay? Because I'm not going to lie, it was crowded. I had to pull the old stunt where you go in. There's no machine available. So you walk out past the front desk, but you can't just go in, come out in 5 minutes. They're going to know something's up. So you got to pretend like you're on the phone. That's typically when I call my girlfriend fiance. Fiance now, call her and say, hey, can you just talk to me real quick while I go by the front desk, leave, hang up. And that's how you do it. You can't get caught looking like a fool when you get to the gym, looking like you're soft, okay? We ain't Charmin out here. We're real ones, but at the end of the day, I don't want a crowded gym. You don't want a crowded gym. Let's just do it the right way. So I did. All right, so what we got on our rundown? Also the transfer portal in college football was either open today or yesterday. So somewhere pretty quick. Or pretty recently, but I think over 4,000 D1 college football players entered the portal, something like that. Crazy. I think there's like 11,000 D1 athletes, so a third, whatever that is, whatever that maths. That's pretty wild, pretty insane. College football, though, is great. It's awesome. But I was thinking, what if we got a little, what if we had like a transfer portal with moms, you know? It's like you got a 2-week period. 2-week period, portal opens. You get to transfer moms. Now, look, I would not trade my mom for the world. Heather Beckman, if you're out there, you're the best mom in the world. I would shut it down immediately. I would vote to end the portal. But let's just play a little bit. If that portal opened, like imagine the absolute mayhem that would ensue just right off the bat. I mean, you got Jerry down the street, next door neighbor. You know, he's your boy. Been your boy for 12 years, but all of a sudden, you getting a little offer under the table. Hey, come to the Franklin's house over here. We got upgraded dishwasher, got Siri on my refrigerator, all right? And I'll give you a little breakfast in bed 2 days a week, all right? I mean, imagine just would the mom game up a little bit? Would they be like, or would it decrease? You know, like what would that look like? Are moms gonna step up and be like, I want to be that number one portal mom entering the 2026 season, or would I digress, become not as good of a mom because I asked someone, little Timmy down there, little Timmy down there's gonna snag me up because he don't got a mom, like I don't know. I just wonder what that's about. The money that would come from it, the husbands that would just be, I don't know, a little more involved. I don't know. It might increase those divorce rates or decrease the divorce rates. So I don't know. It's something to just think about, play around. Just all the things that would be getting thrown in. Some dishwashers, some unused cleaning supplies getting thrown in the portal. Like, what's the NIL look like in that circumstance? I don't know, but I'd like to entertain that a little bit. What could go wrong? So anyways, that's my thoughts on that. We also have 2025. We're gonna go through the top 6 moments. Why 6? I don't know, because I didn't want 7. That's why. So top 6 moments of 2025, and we're gonna go through this real quick. First, I have some honorable mentions. Okay, I got some honorable mentions. I have 4 right here of honorable mentions. Didn't quite make the list, but this list, there's no rhyme or reason. It's not significant. At least it's nothing. Okay, it's just my list. Who's watching this? Nobody, so it doesn't matter, but this is my list. Honorable mentions. Number 1, Epstein files did come out, and yes, Bill Clinton's name was cleared, as he was the head of Epstein's interns. Charlie Kirk was assassinated. WNBA still has not turned a profit. Although Angel Reese was the first WNBA player to make a significant salary because Kevin Durant paid her to go on a date. Don't know the implications, what all happened. I don't know. Number 4, Nicki Minaj is now conservative, if you haven't heard. When asked why she made the switch, she said because she wants her son to marry a woman. So those are my honorable mentions. So 4 honorable mentions there. But now let's get into the juicy, the nitty-gritty, the top 6, 2025. What was the top 6 moments? Number 1, Coldplay fiasco. Okay, Andy Byron, I hope I'm saying that right, and Kristen Cabot. Okay, the names heard around the world, or should I say the Megatron scene around the world is really what it was, as they were at a Coldplay concert. The prominent CEO going on a little Coldplay date with the little assistant no one will ever see. That's true until you're on the Megatron, okay? So they got caught going to a Coldplay concert, got caught on, I don't even know if it's a kiss cam, just the Megatron. Everybody saw it, including significant others, and oof, it's not good, not great, but I have heard that they are set up coming up in the next few weeks to go on a double date with Alex Earl and Tom Brady. So see how that goes. Number 2 moment, in no significant order, is cold plunging is no more. Okay, it's gone. The trend is gone. All right. It's no longer what it was. Everybody's cold plunging. Everyone's vlogging. No more. Okay. Cold plunging is gone. It's no longer a personality trait. Cold plunging, it's a trend that went by quicker than 50 pounds on Lizzo once she found out what Ozempic was, okay? It was here 1 second, gone the next. Joe Rogan talked about it, then he didn't. People stopped identifying as cold plungers, realized it didn't help too much other than just mentally you're a dog. I'll give you that. You're a dog. If you cold plunge, you dip those toes in, and then continue to still put your whole body in, you're a dog, and you should be studied. Not necessarily the cold plunge itself, but you as a human should be studied for just that bizarre behavior, for liking it, wanting it, doing it, all that good stuff. Okay, I'm a wimp when it comes to cold water. You're not going to catch me dead in cold water. You might actually catch me dead. That's the only way you'd catch me, in cold water. Next up, number 3, Beyonce won the Grammy for Best Country Album, believe it or not. If someone I was just thinking, if someone fell asleep early 2025, woke up now, what would they think? What would they see? What would they be like, holy cow? This is one of them. Beyonce won the Grammy for Best Country Album, and she had an infamous moment where she froze for a second, didn't quite know what was going on. Reports came out because she saw Kanye backstage. All right, you're gonna stop a second, just kind of get your bearings. What am I gonna do when I see that? So that was big. Next up, number I think 4. Oh, okay, so we actually have 7. So this is my top 6. That is 7. So let's get into 4. TikTok was shut down. All right, in 2025, this was big, going all over all platforms other than TikTok. Classic. And then Trump sent Vladimir Putin and Kim Jong-un some TikToks of little fat boys sitting on turtles, and realized that they could not receive the clips because TikTok was banned, so he unbanned TikTok. So kudos to Trump there. I wish I was in that text thread, but that was big stuff. TikTok number 5. There's a new pope in town. That's right. New pope in town, so all the Catholics start coming around, okay? First American pope, and his first order as pope is he banned the phrase, "I can't even," in the white girl community, okay? And there was definitely, as foreshadowed, as foreseen, some backlash from the white girl community, but that is okay as long as his second order goes through, which is to ban women from voting. So we'll see how all that goes. Let's stay updated in 2026 to see what he can get across and whatnot. I don't know if the Catholic community, I don't know if it's like executive orders with this stuff, you know, kind of how Trump, Biden, they can just auto pin that thing. Like, I wonder if the Pope let that auto pin get a hold of some executive orders in the Catholic community. Like what's going on? Like no more eating some garlic before you get in that confession booth. Like, I mean, I know he's probably not wanting to see that anymore. Or mandatory gum before you get in there. You know, I don't know what in the Catholic world. Maybe lukewarm holy water. Let's stop making it so hot. It'd be interesting. You know, give Americans some power, an American Pope, it's game over. Number 5. Nope, number 6. Number 6. Taylor Swift and Travis Kelce are engaged. You know, you hate to see it. Some people are going to either be, you got 2 people. You got the ones that say, I wanted it, or you got the ones that say, I didn't want it. It was never going to happen. This is just another one of Taylor's. You know what? I'm happy for him. I really am. I'm happy for both Taylor and Travis. I'm happy. I hope they get the best. And they have the best life ever. I share an engagement year with them, so hopefully we're married for 30 years plus, and I can say that I got engaged the same year as them. But I'll tell you who isn't happy about it is Patrick Mahomes. He tore his ACL. Reportedly, he wanted Travis to take care of him, said that Taylor was taking up too much of his Travie Daddy time. And he wanted him back. So reportedly, that's it. So that is my top 6. And the honorable 7th, yes, Chris Brown still stinks. So that is my top 6 for 2025. Oh, that would have been 6. Sick. Wow. So top 6 for 2025, little rundown right there. Now we are going to hop into a next portion of the podcast. We're going to be reacting to it's about 10, 11 clips of the funniest videos that I came up with in 2025, okay? Just some of the ones that I liked, I thought was funny. No rhyme or reason, no top to bottom. There's other funny clips out there. I'm sure you TikTok fanatics and people who just are brain rot have better videos, but these are mine, all right? When you have a podcast, you can have your own. So let's start with the first one right here, all right? Roll clip 843, please.
Cute, babe. Oh, Chad.
Chad, it wasn't cute. Just put up the lights. I don't know why. I just like that one. You could immediately tell, haha, funny, and then she's like, what the crap, Chad? So, yeah. Production, please play clip 803. So that is the laugh heard around the world. He is either an absolute psycho, or let's please get Kash Patel with the FBI on this guy, because he was either going home to wipe that off his face and say, babe, I'm sorry, or he was going home to pound a monster and beat his wife. Don't know which one, but that laugh, there's nothing normal about it. Nothing okay with that. Okay. Production, please play clip 703. And let's just freeze. Let's just freeze real quick. Personally, one of my favorite clips that we're going to see tonight. This is a great one, so sit back, relax, get some hot cocoa, and enjoy. And you'll see that it was muted as you got on there, because as soon as the first two people breaking through the banner saw the lady running across, they said some fat-phobic comments, so they had to do that. But that is just one of my favorites. It's nothing like if you pause it at the right time. You see she takes down two of kind of the biggest people on the team right there, the beefcakes, the trenches, the real beef up there. She takes them both out, not even really trying, kind of half jog. Not a good look for USA, as one was holding the flag. We kind of wanted to give it to a sturdier boy that can kind of run through the A gap without being scared. So definitely not a good look. Pre-game, they're just getting back and forth, taking some jabs from their teammates. Like, man, when Tommy's mom came through, did y'all see what happened to Ash and Caleb over there? I mean, they got absolutely railed. All right, so I mean, not a good look. Definitely some PTSD from those guys. They're going to think twice before going into the A-gap blindside, okay? Blindside A-gap assignment is going to be a little iffy. They're going to line up a couple yards back just to make sure they can see everything. But, I mean, man, she got them all. She got them good. So that was by far one of my favorites. So, production, please play clip 302. Man, classic horse. Classic horse just trying to show off. I remind that we just had the holidays come around. You know that Uncle Craig that nobody really likes, but he says a couple funny things. He's a little cringy, but just does his thing. That's Uncle Craig. That's Uncle Craig saying, hey, watch this. He pulls off some stunt. Let me jump over this fence. He does that junk where it's like, he's not really funny. He's cringe, but it's funny that he's cringe. Yeah, let's invite him to next Christmas. That's kind of what that is. Don't know why I like that clip, but I did. So production, please play clip 184. Man, as I'm watching this, ain't nothing more American than putting up your American flag on the front porch, all right? Where's the ladder? I don't need the ladder, okay? I'm an environmentalist. I'll make whatever work in the environment around me. I'll use this little plant. I'll step on this plant, put my flag up. But no, I fall down. You know what? Doesn't complain. He knows what he did. Classic. That's just another Tuesday afternoon, him putting his flag up, okay? He's been here, done that before. And that's nothing more American. You know what he's not doing? Complaining, suing. All right, he ain't trying to get a taxpayer dollar out of this, okay? Insurance money, no. It's his loss. He knows he made the mistake. Production, please play clip 840. If you really pause this at the right time, you get to see at one point the girl in the truck right there, boom. If you pause it, she's looking back. She's doing the mom stare back, knows dad's on the side. She knows that as long as mom doesn't find out, she has a world of hurt for her dad's pocketbook, okay? She really does. Hey, go clean your room, honey. Yeah, Dad, you remember the time you let me drive into the neighbor's yard? Okay, yeah, you want those goldfish, you want those payments to hit the Venmo now, later, you want that trust fund now, you want your inheritance. She's got absolute power over dad for years to come, as long as mom doesn't find that video. Production, please play video 8043.
I knew that was gonna happen.
You know, I said that the guy hanging the flag was the most American thing that I've ever seen. I might have to take that back after I just saw that, but I'll say this is the second most American thing, because what do we have here? We have a man that he's got a truck. He's got a good old truck with the boys. All right. He's got a lawnmower. Okay. He has those two things, and he needs lawnmower to get onto truck. Haven't we all had a little fiasco, a little problem that we can't solve? So we just put our mind to it. What was one of the greatest things in modern day created? A 2x4, of course. All right, 2x4. So let's put two of them bad boys. Let's put them up on the truck. Let's drive up old lawnmower onto truck. Boom, problem solved. Perfect. Nothing more American than that, okay? And you know what? Trial and error. It's either going to work or it's not, but you're going to have a story, and you're going to know whether it can work or not next time. And then comes in the wife. The American wife, the 21st century American wife steps in there. Honey, it ain't gonna work. Honey, it ain't gonna work. We've heard that one before. And is there anything more motivating than from the person that you love most telling you can't do something? No, there's not. Fact check me, there's not. Perfect. I'm gonna do it even more, and I'm gonna make it work 2 times harder. Okay. Then it happens. Of course, she's going to video because she needs proof. If it would have worked, she deletes it. We never see this video, but she takes it. Okay, things don't go his way, but he learns. He knows, okay, I messed up. But of course, she's got to throw in that comment. I told you so. And there ain't nothing more American than the old wife. I told you so. Okay, and that's why that video is up there with being most American video out there. Okay, production, please play video 38. Oh, this is one of my favorites. Let's just take a moment. Let's bask in this. This is a great video. Let's just pay attention. Everything going around. You know, how can I? That video's gonna hurt in counseling, no doubt. No doubt it's gonna hurt. It's gonna come up, and when the counselor asks why are you here, and the wife plays that video, the counselor's gonna have an option on their hand. Do I even try? Some things are just not even work outable, not a word, but some things you can't even work through. That's going to be close. That's going to be one of the toughest challenges that they have to see. But it'll test if they're a real therapist or not. Can they do this? Because the fact that he not only once, twice, maybe even 3 times screams like a little girl. I mean, I know they're successful. I love the house. Great house, my man. You're doing something. You're a hard worker, but man, when the wife is that much of a voice of reason, man, we got to deep dive into something. Something's not going. You're probably over there. I don't know what you do for a living. You're probably putting some stocks or something. You got some crypto, some Bitcoin that you're looking at, and then not going your way maybe a little bit. And then you see that bird come in. It's just some PTSD, some trauma. I don't know. Let's get it looked at though. Production, please play clip 294. Ah, yes. The classic wannabe Spider-Man. I remember doing this as a child. Now, never would I have caught myself on top of the fridge making spider symbols, Spider-Man symbols at the camera. But hey, to each their own. I like the Lucky Charms. What wasn't so lucky is the situation that he got himself into. Because if you go about a couple seconds into it, you see the moment that Spider-Man is at his most vulnerable position that he's ever been at. Just absolutely sprawled out, foot croc. Let's pay attention. Croc almost above his head, just in a vulnerable state of mind, nothing to do. And that's a classic. That's funny. That's good stuff. You'll remember that one forever. All right. Not a good look for Spidey, though, out there. That's we're wrapping up. Really, I mean, 2025 What a year. It had highs, it had lows, it had mediums. All around great year. Can't complain. Ready for 2026 going into the year. I think it's going to be one of the best ones yet. A lot coming at us. This AI, this what's going to happen, what's going to be. I don't know, but I put together a list of 4 of my predictions for 2026, okay? These are predictions. Are they going to happen? Probably, but I'll just say they're predictions, okay? I won't say that they're set in stone, they're concrete, they're evidence. No, they're not. They're predictions, but more than likely. So these are my predictions for 2026. Number 1, Logan Paul is going to step back into the boxing ring, and he's going to state, as he has before, that only a real man can beat him. So cue up, Leah Thomas will challenge that and put that to the test. So a little Logan Paul, Leah Thomas boxing match. Okay, he's going to step away for a few months from his WWE to get into the ring. Leah, step away from that swimming. They're going to just head-to-head, just brawl, all right, all-out battle. What will be better for the boxing community? I don't think anything. Number 2 on the predictions is AOC and Lindsey Graham will be dating. How do I know? Where's my sources? It's better they just stay underground, all right? I have the best research team out there. They work night and day. While you sleep, they're up looking at stuff. So let's just let them work. Let that kind of just fizzle in there. I know AOC's got a little fiance. Okay, Lindsey Graham he's a lifelong bachelor, but give it time. Give it time. Let it progress. Number 3, 2026 prediction. Cardi B will be dropping a new album. It's going to be titled Rhinoplasty and Receipts. Okay. Number 4, and the final prediction for 2026. Tucker Carlson and Bernie Sanders will be starting a new podcast together called One Millionaire, One Idiot. You get to decide. All right. So that's my 2025 recap, 2026 prediction. You know what? Coda's crib. What's ahead? I don't know. We're in this idea meeting. We're going through what's the future. What's this? What's that? Who knows? We're just day by day doing our thing. So hope you enjoy this podcast. Just me today, solo. Hopefully, though, you can enjoy. You can take some time back. Hopefully, we'll get Tyler here next time. Get him back in the seat. But 2025, Coda's crib. Come to an end. 2026, we got the world ahead of us. So thanks for coming. Comment, like, subscribe, all that good stuff. Until next time, Coda's crib out.
Yeah, it's time to celebrate.